Well, I'm back in a familiar place to not only myself, but you guys as well. The medieval Anglo-Saxon house, the Viking-style turf-roof shelter, and the bushcrafty workshop that we're still working on. Basically, I'm back in the woods. Really good to be back here. This is kind of where it all began for me, here on TA Outdoors, this particular area of woodland, with the bushcraft camp, for those that remember it. I do miss that place. I do miss it. Maybe sometime soon. Those who know will know. Those who know, let me know if you want to see another bushcraft camp. But the fire's going. I've been tinkering around with this lovely little hatchet. But, oh, this is brilliant to be out here in the woods. Tonight is all about spending time out here in the woods and in the Anglo-Saxon house. I'm going to build a little structure here first at the fire pit, because we're going to cook up some decent food, no MRE on this one, and we're going to sleep on some deer skin on top of the branches there, the bough bed, which is, I think, yew from previously. It tends to hold the needles on it for ages when you cut the boughs off. So bough bed on top of the deer skin. I have got a sleeping bag as well, but fairly minimal gear. Good food. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy it. So for those wondering what I just had, it is chicken, pepper, red pepper, onion. That was covered in a seasoning which I made, which I'll put in the description below, but basically it's got cayenne pepper, garlic powder, salt, actual pepper, smoked paprika, what else? A few other things. I'll put a link to it in the description, but it's a really nice seasoning for this type of stuff. It's kind of like a fajita kebab seasoning. And that's what I got. And then I had some beef, strips of beef with the same kind of dry seasoning on that as well. It's really nice. Beautiful. Love that early evening glow. Chill to the max. Tea time. So what I'm going to do is actually take this fire inside the Saxon house. I know obviously these will go out at the moment, but I can get them back when I'm in there. And I don't need a fire inside, but I'm just doing it so that I can get some warmth, really. That's all I need it for. Just get these hot coals. And you need a small fire. Obviously I'm wearing gloves, so try not to burn myself. But I'm just using this log. It shouldn't burn in the time that I walk over there. Carry this into the Saxon house and I shall have my fire there. Ugh. So the other thing is it's a bit smoky at the moment. That's because it's going to get rid of the bugs as well. And that's what I need. Let's just brush that off. Now I can get a fire going really easily if I need to. We'll let that smoulder and get some smoke up first to get rid of the bugs. It's amazing, really. This is what our ancestors would have done, is move fire around like this. And, you know, move it from place to place, shelter to shelter, location to location, really. It's just, helps you kind of get back in touch with your ancient roots. Cheers, folks. This is set up for the night. Talk about the bed setup in a minute, but I haven't stayed in this for a while. There's still couple of cracks you can see over there that I've got to fill in, but actually it's helping with the airflow a bit. But let me show you something cool. You see that? The smoke just permeates through that roof, through that thatch material. Just seeps out, which is absolutely awesome. So it's essentially a breathable material, and it gets rid of the bugs. It goes right through. So if I've not stayed in this for months, and all the bugs get pushed up out through the thatch and driven away by the smoke. And that's why I brought those coals in and left it smoky to begin with, just to clear them out. If you want to see the full build of this structure, I will put a link in the description or somewhere in the corner up here. You will see it, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. I built this with Dad. This was the first time I ever had a go at thatching as well. So since building this a couple of years ago, I built another structure with Dustin. You guys probably know Dustin. And we built a roundhouse, Celtic roundhouse, Iron Age roundhouse from that kind of era period. And the thatching job we did on that, I learnt a lot from what I did here. And just, we did a much better thatch job on it. I'll try and put a picture overlay on this video. But if you'd like to see the full build of that, the roundhouse as well, or just the series in general, I'll pop a link to it in the description below. Look how cosy this is. Still got the window. It needs a bit of work, but this is the window I built with absolutely no nails at all. All wood pegged, all split wood, hewn up with an axe, wood dowel hinges, and yeah, it's still a little bit creaky, but all burnt wood as well, and it still works. Awesome. I think the only thing I did nail actually was the frame, but the rest was all, yeah, wood pegged. You can see all these dowels, split pegs with a wedge in as well. It was good fun, I enjoyed it. This is cosy though, look at that. Home for the night. So this is what I built quickly. It's just a pot hanger setup, which obviously this central beam can be taken off whenever, and then I just whipped up a quick pot hanger. This is just a beak notch. Admittedly it's not a great one because I did it quite quickly, but it's enough to hold that Petromax kettle, which is fine. That's all I need. I just made an X in the wood, and then once you've made the X, I just carve away this side first, coming up into the middle, that side up into the middle, and then undercut it. Like I said, that's not a textbook example, but it does the job fine. And it's just the reverse of the branch. Obviously the tree would normally be growing that way, so you just look for that fork coming out of a tree, generally near the tip of a branch. This is pine, Scots pine, and then that can hang on there like that, and then the kettle can swing there, and obviously it's going to want to swing that way, but because of the way that is, it stops it essentially swinging over. If you do the notch on the back of the pot hanger here, what happens is the kettle or the Dutch oven, whatever you're hanging, will swing that way, and then that just pops off, which is really frustrating. So I tend to do the notch on the same side as the fork, so that when it swings it pulls it that way, and you know, the weight is pulling it down and that way. That's what I do. It's starting to get dark now. Time to get into the Saxon house. So basically what I've got is some yew boughs off the yew tree, then deer hide, just to stop any of the, because it's quite thick, stop any of the poking sticks digging into my back, and then the sleeping bag on top of that, and I use my jacket for a pillow. That's camp set up. I'll let the fire go out now because of the smoke. I'll probably put a bit of water on it, to be honest, so that it doesn't smoke too much. Otherwise it's going to smoke away like that and it will start to sink and smoke this place out. It's nice in here. There's an owl. I can hear an owl outside now, which is nice. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done this type of video. Yeah. I love this little Saxon house. I'm going to call it a night, guys. I'm just daydreaming and getting sleepy. If there's anything to report, I'll let you know. But for now, I'll catch you in the morning. Morning folks, just set up my pack seat, the TA Outdoors pack seat. You can get these at taoutdoors.com. Really cool, hard wearing canvas foldable seat. Slept pretty well, to be honest. It's just so quiet in there and so sheltered that there's no breeze or anything like that that can wake you up. There was a little bit of rain at night, but you don't really notice it in the thatch where it's so thick. So I've got the fire going. I'm going to get a quick coffee on and then some breakfast and just enjoy this nice peaceful morning in the woods. The birds are absolutely going for it, which is lovely. All you need to do is just lash 3 sticks together and it folds down into just one of these triangles. So I've been using this small, well, it's a carving axe really, but I've been using it as sort of a hatchet. I've been using it for a couple of weeks now, and I've been getting a lot of questions from you guys about it. It's really awesome. It's something a little different to what I normally use. This is handcrafted by a guy called Peter, who's based here in the UK. He is a maker. I believe he was a furniture maker originally, and he's now got into making carving tools, just general woodworking tools and carving axes. But what kind of caught my attention with this is the attention to detail that he's put into it. It's from the leather sheath all the way down to the kind of faceted carved wood handle with the minute detail on the back, which is, I'll show you in a minute, but it's just unbelievable. So I'm going to put all the details to this carving axe and Peter's website in the description below, but it's essentially Soulwood Creations. He's on Instagram called Soulwood Creations, as in soul, as in your heart and soul. His website is soulwoodcreations.com, but this is just what he's made me. This is one of a number of variety of different styles that he does. I believe the axe head is forged over in Hungary and from spring steel, I think. But you can see it's got that classic sort of bearded shape. You can really choke up on the grip up here for that fine detail carving, but it's also got a nice kind of curve to the handle, so you can get a bit more power holding it back here, and which is what I was using it for a little bit more. I wasn't carving with it yet, which I will do some carving with this, but I was just really testing it out. You've got the exposed wedge up here, so that, which you don't normally see these days, but it's just so you can adjust it. If the head ever comes loose, you can readjust it by hitting that wedge in, which is quite a good touch, I think. But I think what impresses me the most, and this is what Peter specialises in, is this hand-carved English ashwood handle, with this kind of chipped detailed carving here. If I can try and get in on that. I'm not telling you guys to go and buy this axe. I'm just trying to show you some amazing handcrafted work that's done here in England, that's very much traditional and goes back to what the craft work that was done many years ago as a daily thing for people to, well, live and survive and thrive really. But now it's become more of a kind of art, a lost art, and it's great to see people like Peter bringing this kind of craft back. And just like, look at the detail on this. That is phenomenal. I've never seen anything like that. To think he's done this with a small carving knife this detail. It really is impressive. Look, you can see where he's used that knife. It's not sort of perfectly immaculately sanded back, which I quite like. And then this faceted handle up here, it actually really adds to the kind of ergonomics of it. Just fits in the hand really well. I'm super impressed. I like the kind of red wedge in there as well. And it's a lightweight carving axe, but it's just ideal size as well to fit inside my backpack if I need to conceal it more, or just down the axe slot I've got on the TA Trekker. But I really like it. Thank you, Peter. Full disclosure as well, I paid for this. Peter didn't obviously send it to me for free. You know, I contributed to help him. I felt it was worth what it was, just because of the attention to detail. There's the axe maker's, the head, the blacksmith's logo. Hold on, if you can just see that there, the stamp. I just noticed that. Just awesome. What an awesome piece of work. And then you've got the leather sheath here, which again Peter makes, and the detail on this is just, I can't imagine how long it must take him to do this. Look at the detail and the stitching and the stamp, even the shape of the axe mask itself, sheath, whatever you want to call it. It is very impressive. So thank you, Peter, for sending me this. I'm going to enjoy using it for some carving projects, hopefully over the next few weeks. And yeah, I'll pop a link to his website for those that are interested. So guys, hope you enjoyed it. It's been good to come back to the roots, back to where stuff happened with TA Outdoors. Nice to stay in the Saxon house and use it, cook up some good food, and just relax in the woods really. Next, what have I got coming up next? Overnighter in the roundhouse, that is coming. The first overnighter in the roundhouse for me anyway. That will be a good one. If you guys remember, I think it was 2 years ago, the first overnighter in the Viking house when we finished it. Yeah, picture that, but in the roundhouse. Canada geese? It's going to be mad, but good. And then, yeah, so hopefully some coastal stuff. We're going to go to the coast, and also the Defender camper series. So keep an eye out. Lots of cool stuff coming your way. If you do enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button. I'm nearly near 2 million. It'd be great to get that this year. So if you're watching and you like your content and you're not subscribed, please tick it and tick the little bell. You can get notified whenever I upload a video. Yeah, thanks so much. Also, anyone interested in the gear that I'm using, the cooking gear, Petromax cooking gear and things like that, I will put links in the description to all the gear I'm using. The TA Outdoors stuff from my backpack and things like that from taoutdoors.com, and then I'll pop some Amazon affiliate links in for those of you that use that Amazon and stuff to buy gear. So cheers guys, and I'll catch you soon in the next one.